kỹ thuật như này có khi để làm cái này.
Không được chua thế.
Chua rồi đấy. Sợ nhiều đường quá, cho 4 triệu đường.
Nói chứ.
Nói rồi. À, chưa, ông ấy. Những cái đĩa này. Tuki.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, since it first opened its doors back in the mid-1990s, this most splendid of venues in European football has delivered so many memorable games, and it is time once more to lose ourselves in these superb scenes. Just feel it.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's been... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Deco.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Now, who's going to be first to this? And now the hit!
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Palmer really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rijkaard.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lille reply all the early pressure.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
First quarter of an hour gone.
Fadio.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Roberto Baggio.
Decent progress down the left. Turkey upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back.
Tries a shot! Goal! Turkey! And Turkey take the lead.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
That has been cut short. Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Roberto Baggio. Genuine physical edge about this game, it is quite attritional. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Vardiol.
Lille really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Hernandez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rodri. Good running, strong and purposeful. Pedri. Great chance! Palmer. And he's picked out the run. He's through, now is it shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Palmer, he is through here. Now the finish! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Palmer. Pedri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Koundé and Alexander-Arnold. Oh, played right into his path. He's in space and looking for options. Rodri.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Taken back almost at once. Eto'o. And here's Eto'o. Eto'o. Donnarumma can pick that up. And it's half-time here. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. How would you review the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Lille are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Pedri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Mbappe. Pedri. Alexander-Arnold. Pedri. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Just eases him off the ball. Palmer. And that is a little undercooked. Pedri. And it's Baggio.
Eto'o. And the finish!
Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Lille have the chance to go the other way. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Eto'o. Rodri.
Eto'o.
And he can clear it away.
The attendance for this match was 51,832.
Pedri. Pedri puts his foot on the gas. Roberto Baggio being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Alexander-Arnold. Palmer. And it's Deco. Deco. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Oh, that's clever.
Now it's Eto'o. Alexander-Arnold.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Eto'o.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He's had a shot! Goal! Turkey! And they get themselves in front!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
20,
Turkey get themselves into the lead.
18, Mbappe. Coming on the field. Number
75 minutes
14,
played.
De Bruyne. Number 9, Vitinha. Number 21.
Now, what about a
Mohamed
counter-attack?
Salah. Substitutions taking place.
Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Palmer. Rodri. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And there's green grass ahead of him. Stood up well to him there.
Turkey clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he has been fouled there. Roberto Baggio. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he welcomes it in. Hullet. Oh, important interception.
Turkey can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Rodri. Here's Vitinha. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Dijk. Rodri. Yamal. Vinicius Junior.
Has been indicated.
It's Eto'o! Oh, what a big quick to recover. Oh, what has happened here?
Rodri takes control of it and he's on the move.
Mohamed Salah providing an outlet on that flank. Palmer. That's the end. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Tim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked...
Vẫn có. Con ăn đang mua cháo cho con, nhưng mà nó ăn được mấy miếng thì nó chán, nó chuyển nó ăn cơm, nó lại ăn cơm. Trời ơi, tiểu cô nương này khó chiều lắm.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. It is sizzling beautifully here, and of course, as always, it is overlooked by the grand murals of the great man who lends this venue his name. We are always here in the presence of true magnificence.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Look at the space here. There's the hit! And the header! And for a moment, time stood still.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. That looks a cracking ball. Bellingham picked out brilliantly. Oh, that was vital.
Now they could break here.
Chips it through.
Great chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Hernandez getting this one clear.
Osimhen!
The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
Osimhen had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
And he cuts out the supply.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Deco.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Koundé cuts out the pass. That is good alertness. That's a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. He's played him through. Bellingham. Chouameni. Osimhen was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Baggio chasing after it. Eto'o. Shot at goal! Goal! Turkey!
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Deco really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Chouameni. It's Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mbappe! And he was alert to it. Baggio with a definite foul there.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Deco. Defending was strong and firm. Alexander-Arnold. It's Bellingham. Chouameni. Alexander-Arnold. He's shifting through the gears here. Pedri. Eto'o. That's an excellent interception. Roberto Baggio.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Osimhen. And that is expertly dealt with. It's a mighty effort! He scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And the half-time whistle goes. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Bellingham running with the ball. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Musiala. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And here's Osimhen. No, that's been intercepted. Bellingham.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Guardiola gets over and intercepts. Pedri. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Alexander-Arnold. He won't be happy with that one.
Great, decent hit! Split-second reaction.
Osimhen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the shot!
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Roberto Baggio.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And it's Deco. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Roberto Baggio. Has a goal! Oh, it's fallen loose again! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Hernandez. Bellingham. And he was quick to react. Pedri. That's beautifully weighted. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Deco. Mbappe. And he's straight offside. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Chouameni. Oh, this is a great position.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
And that's another good win of the ball. And here's Mbappe.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Pedri. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Looking for the runner, and he's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Turkey find a position of real strength now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Oh, sweet feet.
That is a brilliant interception.
Lille truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Now it's Osimhen. Lille can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And it's Deco.
And there's his chance to lead the counter.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
2
Now
added
it's
minutes has
Osimhen.
been indicated.
Bellingham. Pedri could move up a gear here. Thinks one through. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, since it first opened its doors back in the mid-1990s, this most splendid of venues in European football has delivered so many memorable games, and it is time once more to lose ourselves in these superb scenes. Just feel it. And already we're underway here. And here's Osimhen. Pedri. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And he's away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Cleared without complication. Lille have reclaimed it. Osimhen! Osimhen! It's loose and there's a race. Oh, he has another go!
A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those hot...
It's Basho! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? There's the hit! Goal! Nil! There is the breakthrough! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feed.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Tries a shot! Alexander-Arnold. Musiala. He can run onto that. Oh, good ball. Donnarumma claims it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Might be done. And the shot! That's another chance! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Turkey grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Osimhen. Osimhen! Oh, terrible! He's having a shot! Goal! Turkey! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Mbappe. Rodri. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Deco will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And the shot's on here. And that has been clubbed away. Turkey have got it back and they'll have another go. Deco. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Baggio. Now it's Pedri. And he welcomes it in. Well read. And the danger is averted. Pedri. Nicely worked. Musiala. That is lovely. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rice. Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Roberto. Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command.
And we come
Anything
to you now
could
with
still
a
happen
big
in this game.
request for support for our
The
World
midway
Charity
point of the
Fund.
game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And we are back underway.
Lille really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Koundé cuts it out. Rijkaard. Osimhen looks to get on the end of this. Alexander-Arnold. And he's picked out the run. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. And that is a little undercooked. Rice looking understandably energised after his goal. Musiala takes control of it and he's on the move. No, it's not getting there. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Eto'o. Out of play for a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper.
The attendance for
Hernandez.
this match was
And it's Deco.
51,577.
Deco going full tilt down the left. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Lille showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question...
Now the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Palmer. Mbappe. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Deco providing an outlet on that flank. Musiala. Pedri. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, easy pickings there. Deco. And it's Deco. It's Pedri. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Foot in. Pedri. Oh, great ball. Big chance! Alexander-Arnold. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Palmer. Some good work on the right flank here. Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. Change of plan here, perhaps.
Not a lot more he could do there.
And here's Eto'o. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Substitution in progress.
So what can they conjure from this one?
This he really fancies, Peter. The second it was awarded, his brain went into overdrive.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
No luck with that dink over the top. And it's Baggio. Deco. Vitinha. Now this could be a chance. Van Dijk out-muscles him.
Lille really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Eto'o. Yamal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Looking for options for movement. And that would have won it.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Into the last 5 minutes. He's got away. Bellingham.
Lille need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Bellingham. And here's Baggio.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Has been indicated.
Pull it. Chance with the header! 2 minutes to be added on. Van Dijk gets a... And we're done. Lille illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Truly colourful scenes here, apt indeed for one of the most diverse and multicultural cities That is Amsterdam, and those inside this shimmering arena demand the very best.
The action has already started. That looks a cracking ball.
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent, Samuel Eto'o. He backs up his goals with a really strong work rate, and he's always effective, whether on or off the ball.
Yeah, fantastic talisman for his nation.
And more disciplined than people credit him.
Hernandez. Lovely feet.
Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Lille with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And they've got rid. No way through, so back it comes. Now this could be a chance. Now the finish!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short.
Climbs up big! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Turkey have the chance to go the other way. Good running, strong and purposeful. Great ball if he can get there. Great hit! Engages and forces him off the ball. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying.
Tries a shot! Goal! Turkey!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
De Bruyne.
Lille really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, super find. Vardiol. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rice. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rice really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it...
Great chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Osimhen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Roberto Baggio. Rice. It's Pedri. Rice. Pedri. And no, that was never going to make it. Osimhen. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Pedri. Pedri. And it's Deco. For Rice. Deco. Haaland. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Pedri. Oh no, what has happened here? And here's Osimhen. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse exploited with glee. Turkey are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Roberto, it's Baggio! Deco! Schmeichel. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Kunde gets it away. Oh, important interception. Now it's Haaland.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
5 minutes till the break. Vardiol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Eto'o delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pedri, oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's half-time here. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Immediately.
That gets things going for the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Haaland. Now it's De Bruyne. He's shifting through the gears here. Turkey applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Deco. Alexander-Arnold. Rice. Time and again they are repelled. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Haaland.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's under a lot of pressure there.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Osimhen. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's heaved it away.
Match was 51,500.
Headed upfield. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, there's a probing ball. And it's Baggio. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And he was quick to react. Deco. Haaland. De Bruyne.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's found a way through. And here's Baggio. It's Baggio! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And now they can clear their lines. Pedri. And it's De Bruyne. Look at the space here. And he's gone backward here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Yamal. Oh, he's found some space here. Oh, super. Can he finish? And it's there! And they are cruising away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Turkey are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And it's lofted through here. Gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Pedri. It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal. Pedri. Can he get it through? He's got full. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Turkish were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Rodri. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly.
Lille are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack.
Real chance! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
That's a decent clearance. Oh, look at the space here. Turkey are looking to go forward now. Into the last 5 minutes. Well read, nice interception. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Nice defending, physical and effective. Oh, they can break here. De Jong. Eto'o.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Van Dijk makes the interception. De Jong. Oh, no joy this time. And that's that. Lille suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Lille desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.